Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Showdown battle. Today we are here with the Kartana team we made very quickly yesterday, and I have to say, this is one of the most just cannon, destroy everything kind of teams I've made in a while. Normally I like to balance with some lower tier mons, some higher tier mons, trying to still make sure that everything's still good. Obviously I don't use things that are bottom of the barrel, but I normally mix it up a little bit. This time we just went with OU and beyond. That's really what this looks like. Silvally might end up in UU. We are kind of at the point in time where lots of tiering is being decided. Pokebanks is going to come out very shortly. I've heard rumours about the 9th. That could be wrong. Don't quote me on that at all. But I've heard rumours it could be tomorrow, and I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of hoping it is. But enough about that. We have made no changes to this team. This team should all be valid, hopefully, because I know there's lots of changes happening now. But we are getting into this with Porygon 2, Magearna, Alolan Marowak, Tapu Bulu, Mimikyu, and Necrozma. So power the team. Okay. So two Pokemon I could definitely see leading would be either Magearna. I could see that leading. I could see Necrozma leading for Rocks, and I could also see Porygon 2 maybe leading if you want to play risky. Necrozma leading for Rocks is probably the most likely. We're going to leave with Tapu Koko because it can Volt Switch out. It can hit Necrozma on the special side if it's a physical Necrozma with Rocks. Leads with Mimikyu, and I'm not too mad about that because Volt Switching out, we can break his disguise, which is very nice. However, I don't know what we'd go into after that. Probably Kartana. So we can Volt Switch out here. Goes into Duck the Porygon 2. Okay. We get a Volt Switch crit. First attack crit. That's always nice. We can go into our Kartana pretty nicely here. He might not be expecting the Sacred Sword. He might also expect the Sacred Sword. We can't really Swords Dance while that Alolan Marowak is around. That Alolan Marowak does shut down the set pretty heavily, so we're just going to Sacred Sword. Mimikyu comes in. I'm not afraid of that. We're going to Smart Strike. We can Smart Strike twice and take this thing out pretty easily. Honestly, I'm fine with this Pokemon being he's a Trick Room. Ah, Trick Room. That, yep. Looking at it, that makes a lot of sense. So we could act on that and go straight out into Milotic, expecting the Marowak. But I'm also not thinking I want to exactly over-predict anything right now, and I just want to Smart Strike. Okay, we just get the Smart Strike off onto the Mimikyu, which might still kill even Burn. I was kind of hoping, but of course not. Oh, I like to believe in Kartana's strength, but that's believing a little bit too heavily. So he knows we have Sacred Sword, he knows we have Smart Strike. Honestly, I don't see him letting the Mimikyu go down when he has a very safe swap into the Marowak. So we're just going to swap into the Milotic, expecting Marowak completely. Not what I expected. I'll give it that. Not what I expected. I was very ready for Marowak. I don't really know if I like this, because Porygon 2 usually run Thunderbolt, and that's a little bit scary. We are a Special Wall. I think we can just test with a Scald, see how much it does. Not great amounts of damage. Yeah, that's 0. We're Dragon Tailing. Goodbye to Necrozma, you're getting straight out of there. What are we fighting? Marowak. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to Scald right now. If there's a Pokemon I want to Scald, it is that Marowak. Tapu Bulu comes in. Makes sense. Burning this would not be bad. You don't get the burn. Okay. Burning that would have been a great thing, but you know, you can't win them all. You really can't. So, I've seen multiple sets for Tapu Bulu. I've seen Gracium Z Bloom Doom Woodhammer that just KOs something, and that's the most common. I've also seen banded sets with Hornleech for recovery. That's also scary. Both of those imply he would go for a Grass-type move here. And that makes me go into Kartana. Kartana can take a Grass-type move very, very well. Very, very well indeed. I will take that any day. So we are a little bit weak. I'm a little bit afraid he has Synthesis and can stall me out with the burn, which makes me want the Swords Dance, but that's really risky. We're just going to Smart Strike. We're not going to overthink anything. Smart Strike hits a lot of his Pokemon. Goes into the Magearna to take the Smart Strike. You know, that's not good for us. That's really not good for us at all. Because that is a very, very threatening Pokemon because it can get the move Shift Gear, which is kind of terrifying. However, I also don't want him to take me out, because then he gets a boost. We're going to try Swords Dancing, and hoping that he goes for something. He goes for the Trick Room. Okay. So we're back at our normal attack stat. I'm not thinking this team is great against Trick Room, because we have a lot of very fast Pokemon. Like, we have 3 very fast Pokemon. We even have a Choice Scarf Krookodile. Choice Scarf Krookodile does not do well. That's Hidden Power Fire. Or Fighting. We don't know for sure, but that is Hidden Power Fire. I'm thinking it's Hidden Power Fire. We're going to go into our own Silvally. Silvally is kind of at that mediocre point in speed. We have 226, which is not anything crazy, but it's usable. I don't know if we want a Flamethrower. Flamethrower seems pretty safe, apart from Marowak, which, if that comes in, we can surf the next turn. We can't surf the next turn. We'll Flamethrower. Pain the Necrozma comes in. Okay, that's going to take a neutral Flamethrower. Does fair damage. We can Flamethrower again. I don't see a reason not to. There's a likelihood of Stealth Rock, which we do see. So with the Stealth Rocks up, I'm not too worried. He has 1 turn left of Trick Room. If he wants to Moonlight, that's fine. We'll outspeed the turn after, and then we'll KO him. So the Necrozma's going down. That's one thing we can be sure of. Necrozma is going down as the turn. That's really good for us, because that means he can't willingly go into the Marowak. That's really good. And the Porygon 2 comes in, gets that attack boost, which is kind of nice for us. We're going to go into our Necrozma, because this thing isn't too threatening for us. It's probably just going to Trick Room. We can get our Rocks up, which really hurt that Marowak. It really hurts that Marowak quite a lot every time it comes in. Hasn't come in, like, a multiple amount of times, but we have Dragon Tail on our Milotic, so we can definitely rack up that damage. We can threaten it out with Milotic, and we can get it to a point where it can't really do too much. We do see it come in straight away, which is really good for him, really bad for us. Because we can't do a huge amount to this thing. We really are afraid of this Marowak. This Marowak is our big problem. But Necrozma has the Rocks up. Honestly, that's its job this match. He's just straight up Swords Dancing. We're hitting him with a Psychic, does some not quite the amount of damage I wanted to see. But still, it's good. Can you beat... Oh no, that's Rocky Helmet. I thought that was recoil damage then. I got really excited for a moment, and then all that excitement went away. This is basically a sacrifice at this point. What are we next to sacrifice? What is the least useful thing on our team? If I had Protect on a Pokemon right now, you can guarantee I'd be going into it, but we don't. So the Silvally I feel is really useful, because it can Flamethrower through the rest of his team and do quite a lot of damage. Milotic is honestly for this Pokemon. That's what Milotic is for. So you know what? Milotic, you're doing your job here. You really are doing your job here. And honestly, I'm just going to throw out a Scald. No reason not to. We're going down anyway. Why not? We are going to go down, but we can come in with pretty much anything. I guess the best thing we could come in with... We know he is Rockhead, so we can come in with our Tapu Koko, outspeed with a Thunderbolt, set up that electric terrain for us. It's pretty nice overall. We're going to go for the Thunderbolt. Tapu Bulu can come in, get rid of our electric terrain, sponge up the electric hit. He would be then having to retake Stealth Rock damage on that Marowak, but he has Trick Room, so he might be tempted to do it. If he does that, that kind of sucks. Goes into the Mimikyu to sack off the Mimikyu. I'm okay with that overall. And now he goes into the Tapu Bulu. You know what? I'm not too worried about that. At this point, Silvally is really not doing too much. I just want damage on this thing so that we can finish things up with Earthquake on our Krookodile. That's our win. Our win is finishing things up with Krookodile with Earthquake. Because Earthquake can do a lot of damage. He misses Stone Edge. That's really big. Provided we outspeed. If we don't outspeed, that's not that big. If he outspeeds, it depends on his investment. He swaps. Not a terrible play. We really can't take any more damage on this Silvally. He's going to recover with Porygon 2, the most annoying Pokemon in the game. Definitely the most annoying Pokemon in the game. 100% the most annoying Pokemon in the game. I really hate this Pokemon so much. So we're going for Flamethrower. Honestly, there's like no reason not to. There is no reason not to. There's really not. I can't say I like this, but we also really can't just freely swap into anything. It's gonna recover this turn though. If we want to start spamming off Earthquakes, I wish we were banded, not gonna lie. Oh, we can't really swap it back in though. I mean, I'm kind of letting Silvally go down at this point, just to get damage off on Porygon 2. Maybe waste some recovers. It could come in useful, you never know. It goes down to rocks anyway at this point, so yeah, I've completely sacked off Silvally. Hopefully that is going to pay off for us. I don't know if I hopes about that, but hopefully. Is he going to Trick Room again? Because if so, that uses up another recover. He is going to Trick Room again. Wow. Actually going to Trick Room again. And recover. Okay, he really wants this win. Really wants to play the best he can, which I can't fault, but I can be annoyed about. Can I be annoyed about that? Maybe. I'd like to believe. We're forced into Krookodile. We really are. I don't like it, but we really are. We could Rock Slide Flinch. We're forced into Earthquake. We're really forced into Earthquake. Tri-Attack does not get any secondary effect. Earthquake does nothing! I was ready for Earthquake to actually do some damage! Oh, should have run banded. Okay. You send the Trick Room back up. Trick Room comes back up. This Pokemon is the single-handed most annoying thing ever. I hate Porygon 2. I really hate Porygon 2. There is no Pokemon I hate more at this current point in time than Porygon 2. It is without a doubt the most annoying thing. And our best chance at winning is honestly Earthquake. It is GG. I hate to admit it, but it is completely GG. Porygon 2, too bulky for this team. Absolutely too bulky. Our best counter to Porygon 2 is probably Kartana. It's not a great counter to Porygon 2. We need something for Porygon 2. We're going to try another battle. Hopefully we don't see another Porygon 2. This team cannot handle that. We have found that out now. We see a little bit more of a balanced team. It's still a strong team. We see Salazzle, we see Decidueye, we see Metagross, we see Mamoswine, we see Golisopod, which is one of those Pokemon that I'm warming up to, and we see Tapu Koko, which I love. So, expecting Tapu Koko in all honesty. Tapu Koko could lead? Or, I don't know what else. Honestly, Tapu Koko is probably his best lead. So I'm leading with Krookodile. If he leads with Mamoswine, I'm gonna cry. Oh, god damn it. Right, okay. I am not doing well with leads. Got it. Okay. Do we want to go into Necrozma? Yes, Necrozma is our physical wall. We can get rocks up. Honestly, yes. We eat that. That's great. We can Stealth Rock, which is really, really useful for Salazzle, so that is definitely not to be underestimated. We can Moonlight to heal back up if he decides to stay in. He gets his own rocks up, that is completely fine. Our team doesn't really have too much of a weakness to rocks. We can go for a Psychic. Salazzle comes in. And he forfeits. Last match was really, really competitive and really got down to the wire. Porygon 2 obviously clutching it out. And then this match, the exact opposite. But okay, that's a win for us. Did he like misclick the Pokemon he wanted to send in? Or... oh, we actually have a rating now. Okay, that rating's really low. That's kind of saddening to see. Okay, we're going to look for another match, and hopefully it's going to be better than that one at least. So, we see Alolan Muck, we see Tapu Lele, we see Gastrodon. I don't like that Pokemon. We see Garchomp, but I don't like that particularly, and we see Mandibuzz and Pinsir. So, I'm seeing some ice weakness on this side of the field. Oh, I'm seeing some serious ice weakness. We have Ice Beam on Silvally. What is his lead? We are pretty bad against Garchomp, in all honesty. I kind of want to lead with Kartana, but honestly, I'm just going to go the safe lead of Tapu Koko. I feel like Tapu Koko is a very safe lead 90% of the time. So we can just pretty easily spam off a Thunderbolt if we want. Expecting Mega Pinsir, obviously, because normal Pinsir is really not seen too much. We could try and Grass, not expecting the Gastrodon. I don't want to make any over-predictions right now. I just want a Thunderbolt. I don't want to make any over-predictions. It's very, very unlikely that you're staying under the Pinsir, but first turn over-predictions have cost me games before, and it's drilled into my head not to do that. So we're just going to Thunderbolt. Gastrodon comes out. I was this close to Grass 9, but I just didn't want to, and I regret it all. Okay. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Gastrodon is not a threatening Pokemon, really. We can go into the Kartana pretty nicely. Special moves obviously threaten us. Physical? Physical? Oh, we're gonna Leaf Blade, because why not, really? Mandibuzz comes in. Yeah, that's why not. That's why not. Weak Armor Mandibuzz. Weak Armor Mandibuzz. What is your speed looking like? You're probably gonna outspeed me then. That's really scary. Weak Armor Mandibuzz is not what I would run. Especially not with a Rocky Helmet. That's so counterproductive. We're just gonna Smart Strike. I'm not gonna overthink anything. I was kinda hoping we could live a physical move because of our base physical defense. I was completely wrong. Tapu Koko is definitely coming back out. No reason not to Dazzling Gleam, in honesty, because I could go for a Thunderbolt here. There's a strong chance he'll swap out, because it's a very, very healthy Pokemon. Gastrodon could come in. Yep, Gastrodon does come in. Last time, he just went for an Earthquake. This time, we're going into Necrozma. I would like Rocks up. Rocks are really good against Pinsir and Mandibuzz, so he does have Sludge Bomb. Interesting to note, he does have Sludge Bomb, so we can Stealth Rock. He's going to Sludge Bomb again, he's really going for that poison. He gets the poison, because he is a lucky son of a gun. I'm going to Moonlight to get my health back, because that Sludge Bomb isn't doing a huge amount of damage. And we would win this Stall War, essentially. So, I'm going to Moonlight once more. And then I'm going to start spamming out Psychics. Earthquake, yeah, that's not doing too much to me. That's really not doing too much. We can go for a Psychic. Do some pathetic damage to Gastrodon, because Gastrodon is just one of those really tanky Pokemon. This poison is really annoying. But we will win this war. He's going to force us into a Moonlight, that is fine. Honestly, I wouldn't mind paralyzing this, but I don't think we're living. I mean, he's physical. But I don't really want to lose my Necrozma when it's not that great. Necrozma's not that great this match. Necrozma's really not that great this match. Yeah, I'm paralyzing this thing. We're living. See, we're living. We're living that. And we're going to get Rocky Helmet damage. We're going to paralyze him. That's really good. We should outspeed this turn now. We're going to get our Moonlight off. See, good plays. I knew what I was talking about very, very slightly. You're going to defog while my Rock Setter is still on the field. Interesting. Interesting. I can quite safe... I'm going to Thunder Wave this, first of all. If this is coming in, that's getting Thunder Waved. That is 110% getting Thunder Waved. And we are going to... honestly set Rocks, because even if he gets to a ridiculous amount of health, we can still pretty safely... oh, he knocked off my Rocky Helmet. We can still pretty safely just go into Tapu Koko. We're really safe to just go into Tapu Koko. And just Thunderbolt. And Pinsir goes down. So, not the play I'd have made at all, but I mean, sure thing. Muck comes out. Muck, you do not particularly like taking this Volt Switch. I will happily Volt Switch on you. Thank you, Muck. You're going to get your Figgy Berry. Okay. I do forget that is a thing, and Krookodile kind of counters you. A little bit. A little bit. We kind of counter you. We don't get poisoned, which is nice. We could Earthquake. We could Earthquake. Wouldn't mind Earthquaking. Oh, is that Mandibuzz going to come in? If that Mandibuzz has Roost, it might. We're Earthquaking. If Mandibuzz comes in, which it does, risky plays. Woof. Okay, we can go into the Tapu Koko. Because we resist flying, we resist dark, we resist most of what this thing can do to us. We can come in with a Tapu Koko pretty easily and not have too much to worry about. Tapu Koko is really our pivot for this match. If we lose this Tapu Koko, I'm going to be upset. Silvally is not great when there's a Gastrodon and a Garchomp on the enemy team. Silvally's really just sort of there for if we can get an Ice Beam off on Garchomp or something. I wouldn't mind getting damage off on Muck with it either, but that's not going to do too much. Silvally, you're kind of... We get the paralysis. You know, depending on what he did, that could have been a really good thing. So we're going to Dazzling Gleam. No reason to go for an Electric-type move when he has 2 ground types. Especially when it'll kill. Not a reason in the world. Tapu Lele comes out with its Psychic Surge. So are you Scarfed Lele? This Pokemon is way too valuable for me to try and test that right now. So we're going into Milotic. It is our special wall. We're taking that Moonblast easy. We're going to get our competitive boost. There we go. This is why I run competitive. And we're going to go for a Scald. Oh, you're Storm Drain, aren't you? Yep. Alright, we can Dragon Tail. We can Dragon Tail. Don't get the poison. Of course you get the poison on Sludge Bomb. What is this Gastron? And we missed Dragon Tail. That's really bad. We're going to go for a Recover then, get our health back, because that's really annoying. You're going to Earthquake. Mixed Gastrodon is kind of coming through for him right now. We're going to go for an Ice Beam, which is what I should have done really in the first place. That Earthquake is doing a lot. Mixed Gastrodon is putting in work, and I don't like it, but we have Recover. We do have Recover, so we kind of win this war. Honestly, he might... The poison on Sludge Bomb is really, really annoying. So we can Recover again. I want to Dragon Tail this thing out immediately. Although, if Garchomp comes in... that could be really bad. That could actually be really bad. I prefer to just remove this Gastrodon, so I'm going to Ice Beam. I want this Gastrodon to go away. I really want this Gastrodon to go away. I'm afraid of Gastrodon having Recover, so I'm Ice Beaming. Is that logical? That doesn't sound very logical. I should Recover, and see if it has Recover first. That makes sense, right? Maybe. I don't know. What have we seen? We've seen Earthquake, Sludge Bomb. Have we even seen a Water move? I'm going to assume there's a Water-type move. Is he a Assault Vest Gastrodon? He's a Assault Vest Gastrodon, isn't he? What kind of crazy set is Assault Vest Gastrodon? Well, I'm learning. That's scary. We're Ice Beaming. That Gastrodon is disappearing, and now Garchomp is very, very threatening with an Earthquake. So that's a problem. Alolan Muck. Not what I expected, but what I will deal with. Because the way I'm thinking about this is we can't really sponge too many Tapu Lele hits with what we have. Honestly, this Milotic is pretty much gone. We're going to Scald, we're going to get damage, it's going to be nice, but Milotic's gone. I don't like that. I don't like Milotic going down. But we go into Krookodile, we Earthquake. We start the Earthquake. We start the Krookodile Demolition Course. We take out the Muck, we get our Moxie boost. Okay, that's good. Garchomp. Very, very threatening. We're going for the Earthquake, though. We are 100% going for the Earthquake here. We outspeed, so we know he is not Scarf Chomped. Very, very nice. Oh god, the damage. Okay. We forced him to Tapu Koko, without a doubt. Gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam, obviously. Okay, if there's just Lele left, what's our best course of action here? Do we know if this thing is Scarfed or not? I don't think we do. I don't think we know if this thing is Scarfed or not. If it's not, then... it is. Okay, things just got really bad. Ooh, Silvally. Just how well do you take hits from a Tapu Lele? Oh, not well enough. Not well enough at all. It was close. It was a close match. You know what? Oh, that's annoying. That was a very close match, though, and that kind of annoys me. Scarfed Lele is a very, very strong Pokemon. So is Porygon 2, apparently. So I think that's going to be the matches. We did have one win that was kind of cheesy, but overall, bring something to deal with Porygon 2, definitely. Porygon 2 is way too broken, way too strong, always has been, always will be, as far as I'm aware, when you give a Pokemon that kind of stats with Eviolite. So this team didn't perform as well as I was hoping, I'm going to be honest, because I would like Fighting Stab. That's why I always want Fighting Stab, things like that. It's just valuable to have. And I don't feel like Silvally really put in the work. I feel like when Pokebank is out, that'd be better if it was just like an Infernape or something. Just close combat some stuff, Flare Blitz some stuff, get that damage it needs, stuff like that. But overall, that's going to be the matches. So if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye!